Hello, my name's Tyler and I am a comedian based out of Chicago, but right now I am on the road, so I wanted to do this little video recap of what it's like behind the scenes while you're traveling as a comedian. First things first, I am an overpacker, so I spent way too much time trying to think about everything I would need to bring for these 2 weeks, knowing I probably won't wear most of it, but that's just kind of my personality. A lot of the times I was staying in Airbnbs. I was in Indianapolis, Grand Rapids, Detroit, and my experience with cheap Airbnbs, which is what I can afford right now, is they are either one house that has like 20 different separate Airbnbs in it and you're just like bumping into people in these like makeshift hotels, or it's someone that is just like extremely friendly and wants to like help you at every step of the way or do anything they can for you, which is like also so helpful but a little overwhelming at sometimes. And then other times they're just functional. And when I'm on the road, I am still working on setting everything up because I don't have a manager or anything like that. I'm the one calling. So I spend a lot of time at coffee shops. This one right here is in Grand Rapids. It's the Lantern. It was a very cool little chill spot. Great place to kind of hang out. So far during the week, I've traveled about 650 miles. It's a lot of driving. This is what it would look like if you were in my passenger seat. Please don't touch my radio. I've done about 13 sets over the past week or so. Some of them have been at like apartment communities where I've set up shows for all their residents, and others have been at various comedy shows. The first couple of nights I was performing in Indianapolis at Helium Comedy Club. I was featuring for Amy Miller. Go check out their album, California King.
It was fun though, because like I would be constantly learning things working with kids, which I didn't realize going into it I would be picking things up. Like, do you know this? While in heat, lions will have sex 15 times in one day. Also known as the worst day to go on a field trip at kindergarten. Let's keep it moving. Let's see what the cheetahs are up to. They made Cheetos, so they're pretty cool in my book.
The next day I was in Grand Rapids and I had set up a show at the DAAC, which is this really cool all ages art, music, DIY project incubator that was a really awesome space. I was really happy to set it up. I was also able to run over to the local show happening in town at Harmony Hall, and I got up to do a quick set there as well. Here's a clip from it.
But I was at this party, I was like, I gotta cut myself off, and my friend's like, hey, do you want to take a shot of gin? Which is disgusting already, right? It's always the alcohol I puke on, and we all have that one kind of booze that doesn't sit right with our tummies. Gin is that for me. And I was gonna say no to the shot, but I saw he was offering it to me in a Ninja Turtles cup. And I'm not gonna say no to Donatello, right? Like, I feel like I know the difference between what's right and what's wrong, but if someone gave me like a SpongeBob SquarePants crack pipe, I'm not sure what I would say. And I did that joke in Indiana last night, not a brag, I promise. But after the show, someone came up to me like, guess what? I have a shot you have to take because it says Ninja Turtle on the cup. And he had just written the words Ninja Turtle on a clear plastic shot glass. Except this was Indiana, so when I grabbed it, I'm like, yeah, Ninja doesn't have a G in it. Nice try.
Something I also wanted to showcase was the fact that not every show is awesome. Like, it'd be great to have 100 people who are all ready to laugh at every single word at every show, but that's not the case. For example, one of the apartment shows I did in Grand Rapids, only 2 people showed up.
I love this. Get on the edge, right? I love you guys. What are your guys' names? Just we'll get it out. Jeremy? Hugh, Jeremy, Tyler. Nice to meet you guys. I'll introduce my friends to you one by one later.
But they were like the coolest 2 people you could expect, and we still had a great time. I've been also trying to make sure I do fun things. I really like going and seeing sports, so I went to a Detroit Tigers game. The ballpark was amazing. Like, I've never seen a ballpark with like a merry-go-round and a Ferris wheel And Bert's Marketplace was actually doing like a pop-up barbecue, so I got some ribs that were amazing. The Tigers ended up winning that game 7-3. And then I ran to like what is one of my favorite shows out in the country is 313 Comedy. It's at the Detroit Shipping Company, which is this awesome like food hall inside of a bunch of shipping containers. And it's a lot of fun. You can see I'm very comfortable doing shows here. And on the last day of this week, I was doing shows in Ann Arbor. This one's at the Blind Pig. It's this really awesome rock hall, and they do this cool thing for the last comic performing every night.
Tradition here, we always chant the last comic's name. You guys want in on this, yeah? Yeah. All right, let's do it. All the way from Chicago, let's give a warm welcome to Tyler, 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 Tyler. Give it up for Tyler, all right?
We did it! What's up, everybody? Woo! I assumed during the school year if we chanted Tyler, about 7 frat bros would run in at this point, being like, are we talking NFTs? What's happening in here?
Hey, if you enjoyed this, please let me know in the comments or reach out to me. You probably know me if you're watching this. All my social medias will be in the comments, so please give me a follow if you're able to, and I will continue making these if they get good responses, or if I just have a lot of free time like I already do. So thank you so much, and see you out there on the road.